As we age, maintaining strong legs becomes one of the most important factors in preserving independence, balance, and overall mobility. Our legs carry us through life, helping us perform daily tasks, enjoy physical activities, and stay socially engaged. However, many older adults begin to notice a gradual weakening in their lower limbs, often attributing this decline solely to the natural aging process. While age does play a role, few people consider the possibility that certain seemingly healthy dietary choices may also be contributing to this unwanted loss of strength. In particular, some fruits, often praised for their nutritional benefits, may actually be working against older adults when it comes to leg muscle health. Fruits are commonly seen as essential for a balanced diet. They are packed with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber, all of which support many aspects of good health. But not all fruits are created equal, and some contain compounds that can lead to unexpected problems. High levels of sugar, potassium, or tannins, as found in certain fruits, can create imbalances in the body. For older adults, these imbalances can manifest as muscle fatigue, weakness, poor circulation, and impaired medication effectiveness. Over time, these issues may quietly undermine muscle strength in the legs, reducing mobility and increasing the risk of falls. The surprising truth is that certain fruits, depending on how often they are consumed, the state of a person's health, and their existing medications, may silently contribute to a decline in leg strength. This reality is rarely discussed and often goes unnoticed, even by health-conscious individuals. Yet understanding which fruits pose potential risks, and why, can empower older adults to make smarter dietary choices. Small changes in daily habits can result in noticeable improvements in energy levels, balance, and leg stability. If preserving leg strength and preventing frailty is a priority, it may be time to take a closer look at what's on the plate. A few simple adjustments could mean the difference between dependence and independence, between frailty and strength, between merely aging and truly thriving. 1. Grapefruit. Grapefruit is a popular fruit known for its tart taste and vitamin C content. However, for older adults, especially those taking medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or anxiety, grapefruit can cause serious problems. This fruit contains compounds called furanocoumarins. These interfere with an enzyme in the liver known as CYP3A4. This enzyme helps break down many medications. When grapefruit blocks this enzyme, it can cause medications to stay in the bloodstream much longer than intended. This leads to higher drug concentrations and stronger side effects, including muscle weakness and fatigue. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, grapefruit affects how more than 85 drugs work in the body. A study published in the Canadian Medical Association Journal in 2012 highlighted this interaction. It found that grapefruit can cause serious side effects such as muscle breakdown, kidney damage, and irregular heart rhythms, especially when combined with certain statins like simvastatin or atorvastatin. These drugs are commonly prescribed to older adults to manage cholesterol levels. When their concentration becomes too high, one of the most reported side effects is muscle pain and weakness, particularly in the legs. Muscle breakdown, or rhabdomyolysis, can lead to severe consequences in older adults, including hospitalization and permanent loss of strength. This condition weakens the leg muscles, reduces mobility, and increases the risk of falls. Furthermore, fatigue caused by high medication levels may discourage physical activity, which is essential for maintaining muscle mass and strength in the legs. For older adults managing chronic conditions, avoiding grapefruit may help prevent these complications. Substitutes like oranges or berries can offer similar nutrients without the same risks. As always, it is important for individuals to speak with their doctor or pharmacist before making changes to their diet, especially if they take medications regularly. What seems like a healthy fruit could, under certain conditions, become a hidden threat to leg strength and overall well-being. 2. Bananas. Bananas are often considered a healthy, convenient snack. They are rich in potassium, fiber, vitamin C, and vitamin B6. Potassium is essential for nerve function, muscle contraction, and fluid balance in the body. However, for older adults, especially those with reduced kidney function, bananas may become problematic. When the kidneys cannot properly regulate potassium, consuming potassium-rich foods can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia. This condition results in too much potassium in the blood, which can cause muscle weakness, fatigue, and even paralysis in severe cases. A study published in the journal Clinical Nutrition ESPN in 2024 explored dietary potassium in patients with chronic kidney disease. The study emphasized that older adults with even moderate kidney impairment should monitor potassium intake closely. It noted that while bananas are healthy in general, excessive consumption in this group can worsen muscle performance. Muscle weakness, particularly in the legs, is one of the early symptoms of potassium imbalance. It can reduce mobility, increase fall risk, and impair daily functioning. The kidneys naturally become less efficient with age, even without a formal diagnosis of kidney disease. Many older adults also take medications that reduce potassium excretion, including certain blood pressure drugs like ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics. When these drugs are combined with frequent banana consumption, potassium levels may rise without warning. The symptoms may appear slowly, often going unnoticed until muscle strength is already affected. In addition to weakness, high potassium can disrupt heart rhythms, leading to dizziness or lightheadedness during physical activity. This further reduces confidence in walking or climbing stairs. Over time, reduced use of the legs causes muscle wasting, which deepens the cycle of frailty and weakness. For older adults, moderation is key. If kidney function is compromised or potassium-affecting medications are involved, bananas should be eaten with care. Alternatives like apples, berries, or grapes provide nutrition without overwhelming the body's potassium balance. Regular blood tests and communication with a healthcare provider can help ensure that diet supports, rather than undermines, leg strength and muscle health. 3. Canned fruits and syrup. Canned fruits are a common choice for convenience and long shelf life. Many older adults prefer them for their soft texture and easy preparation. However, when these fruits are packed in heavy syrup, they often contain high amounts of added sugar. This excess sugar poses several health risks, especially for muscle function and leg strength. High sugar intake contributes to chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and poor circulation. These issues can weaken muscles, increase fatigue, and reduce the body's ability to repair and maintain tissue. A study published in the journal Nutrients in 2019 examined the effects of high sugar diets on older adults. The research found that diets high in added sugars, such as those found in canned fruits and syrup, led to higher levels of inflammatory markers in the body. Chronic inflammation affects muscle metabolism, decreases muscle strength, and accelerates age-related muscle loss, a condition known as sarcopenia. This condition primarily impacts the legs and lower body, making walking, standing, and climbing stairs more difficult over time. Additionally, frequent consumption of high-sugar foods can impair insulin sensitivity. This can lead to type 2 diabetes or worsen existing diabetes, both of which are linked to muscle fatigue and reduced physical performance. Poor blood sugar control can result in nerve damage, poor circulation, and decreased oxygen delivery to muscles, all of which reduce strength and stamina in the legs. Canned fruits and syrup also often lack fiber and essential nutrients. The syrup displaces the nutritional value of the fruit, providing empty calories that do not support muscle maintenance. For older adults, who often require fewer calories but higher nutrient density, this creates a nutritional imbalance that hinders physical health. Choosing fruits canned in water or natural juice is a better option. Even better, fresh or frozen fruits without added sugars provide essential vitamins and minerals without the harmful effects of syrup. By reducing added sugar intake, older adults can improve inflammation levels, support muscle repair, and maintain stronger legs for longer. What may seem like a simple, sweet snack could quietly undermine strength and mobility if consumed regularly. 4. Dried fruits. Dried fruits such as raisins, dates, apricots, and prunes are widely considered healthy snacks. They contain fiber, antioxidants, and essential vitamins and minerals. However, dried fruits are also highly concentrated in natural sugars and calories, and often have added sugars for preservation and taste. For older adults, especially those who consume dried fruits regularly without portion control, these factors can contribute to inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and poor circulation. These problems may gradually weaken leg muscles and affect balance and mobility. A study published in the journal Nutrients in 2020 found that diets high in sugar, whether from natural or added sources, were associated with increased levels of C-reactive protein, a marker of inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a known factor in the development of sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. The study concluded that even natural sugars from concentrated sources like dried fruits should be moderated in older populations. Inflammation affects the function and repair of muscle fibers, especially in the legs, which bear the weight of the body and are essential for mobility. Furthermore, many dried fruits have a high glycemic load, meaning they cause rapid increases in blood sugar. Repeated blood sugar spikes lead to insulin resistance, a condition linked to fatigue, poor energy use in muscles, and a higher risk of diabetes. Diabetic complications such as neuropathy and poor circulation often target the legs and feet, leading to reduced sensation, weakness, and muscle wasting. Dried fruits are also often sticky and dense, which means they can be overeaten easily. A small handful may contain the sugar equivalent of several pieces of fresh fruit. Without the water content that fresh fruits provide, dried fruits do not promote the same feeling of fullness, leading to unintentional overconsumption. For older adults, dried fruits can still be part of a healthy diet when eaten in small amounts and balanced with foods high in protein and healthy fats. However, if leg weakness, fatigue, or poor blood sugar control are issues, limiting dried fruits may help preserve muscle strength, improve circulation, and support long-term mobility. 5. Fruit juices. Fruit juices are commonly viewed as a healthy beverage choice, especially when labeled as 100% juice. They contain vitamins such as vitamin C and folate, and they provide hydration. However, fruit juice lacks the fiber found in whole fruits and delivers a concentrated dose of natural sugars. For older adults, especially those with reduced activity levels, this can lead to significant health issues. Regular consumption of fruit juice can cause spikes in blood sugar, promote inflammation, and contribute to insulin resistance. These effects may weaken leg muscles, reduce energy levels, and increase the risk of falls. A study published in the journal Diabetes Care in 2008 found a clear link between high intake of fruit juice and increased risk of type 2 diabetes in adults. The study emphasized that the rapid absorption of sugars in juice causes a sharp rise in insulin demand. Over time, this demand can overwhelm the body's insulin-producing cells, leading to resistance and high blood sugar. In older adults, insulin resistance is often associated with muscle weakness and fatigue, particularly in the legs. When blood sugar levels fluctuate frequently, muscles may not receive a steady supply of energy, resulting in tiredness and reduced strength. Another concern is the lack of fiber in fruit juice. Fiber plays a key role in slowing digestion and supporting a gradual release of sugars into the bloodstream. Without it, the body absorbs sugars too quickly, stressing the metabolic system. This process contributes to inflammation, which is a major factor in the loss of muscle mass and function. Chronic inflammation can damage muscle fibers, impair repair mechanisms, and limit nutrient delivery to leg muscles. Additionally, fruit juice does not promote satiety the way whole fruits do. It is easy to drink large amounts quickly, leading to excessive calorie and sugar intake without the feeling of fullness. This can result in weight gain, especially fat accumulation around the abdomen, which has been linked to lower leg strength and poor balance. For older adults seeking to maintain strong legs, it is better to choose whole fruits over juices. Whole fruits provide fiber, slower sugar absorption, and support better muscle and metabolic health. 6. Unripe persimmons. Persimmons are a unique fruit, rich in fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins A and C. While ripe persimmons offer various health benefits, unripe persimmons can cause digestive problems and interfere with nutrient absorption. This is due to their high tannin content. Tannins are naturally occurring compounds that have a strong astringent quality. When consumed in large amounts, tannins can disrupt the digestive system and reduce the body's ability to absorb proteins, iron, and other nutrients essential for muscle repair and energy production. For older adults, these effects may lead to nutrient deficiencies, fatigue, and weakening of leg muscles over time. A study published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology in 2014 explored the role of tannins in digestive health. It noted that unripe persimmons contain high levels of soluble tannins, which can bind with stomach acids and form a sticky mass known as a phytobezoar. These masses can cause blockages in the stomach or intestines, leading to discomfort, poor nutrient uptake, and even emergency medical situations. In older adults, who may already have slowed digestion or reduced appetite, the risk of poor nutrient absorption is even greater. When the body cannot absorb enough protein and iron, muscle repair and energy production are compromised. This leads to fatigue, decreased strength, and reduced endurance. The legs, which support daily activities like standing, walking, and climbing stairs, are among the first areas to show signs of weakness. Inadequate nutrition can also slow the healing of muscle tissues after physical activity, making recovery longer and more difficult. In addition, tannins can interfere with the absorption of certain medications. For older adults on long-term treatments, this may reduce the effectiveness of therapies that support cardiovascular health, blood pressure, or metabolism. Over time, the combined effect of poor nutrient intake and medication disruption can contribute to frailty, loss of leg strength, and increased risk of falls. To avoid these issues, persimmons should always be eaten when fully ripe and soft. Ripe persimmons have significantly lower tannin content and are safer for digestion. Making this simple change can help protect muscle health and promote stronger legs in older adults. 7. Tamarind. Tamarind is a tropical fruit known for its tangy flavor and use in traditional dishes and remedies. It is rich in antioxidants, magnesium, and vitamins, and has been studied for its anti-inflammatory and blood sugar-lowering effects. However, tamarind can become a concern for older adults who are taking medications to control diabetes. Tamarind has a natural ability to lower blood sugar levels, and when combined with blood sugar-lowering medications, it may cause hypoglycemia. This condition occurs when blood sugar drops too low, leading to symptoms such as dizziness, weakness, confusion, and muscle fatigue, particularly in the legs. A study published in the journal Phytotherapy Research in 2012 explored the hypoglycemic effects of tamarind in diabetic rats. The results showed that tamarind seed extract significantly reduced blood glucose levels and improved insulin sensitivity. While these effects can be beneficial for managing diabetes, they pose a risk when combined with prescribed medications such as metformin, sulfonylureas, or insulin. If blood sugar drops too far, muscles may not receive enough glucose for energy, leading to weakness, cramping, or trembling in the limbs, especially the legs. Older adults are more sensitive to changes in blood sugar, and episodes of hypoglycemia can happen quickly. When the brain and muscles are deprived of glucose, the ability to walk steadily, maintain balance, and perform daily tasks becomes impaired. Repeated low blood sugar events may lead to a fear of walking or exercising, which further reduces leg strength due to inactivity. In addition, tamarind may interfere with the absorption of certain medications by affecting gastrointestinal function. It has mild laxative effects and can speed up digestion, reducing the time medications stay in the body for absorption. This interaction may lower the effectiveness of medications for blood pressure, heart disease, or chronic pain, all of which can indirectly affect muscle health and leg strength. For older adults managing diabetes or multiple medications, tamarind should be consumed cautiously. Small, occasional amounts are unlikely to cause harm, but regular or high intake may pose risks. Consulting a healthcare provider is the best way to ensure that tamarind supports, rather than undermines, health and mobility. As we age, protecting leg strength becomes one of the most important goals for maintaining independence, mobility, and overall quality of life. The muscles in the legs are responsible for balance, walking, standing, and many daily movements that often go unnoticed until they become difficult. While aging naturally leads to a slow decline in muscle mass and power, diet plays a larger role than most people realize. Among the many foods consumed for health and energy, certain fruits, though generally seen as beneficial, can quietly contribute to muscle fatigue, nutrient loss, and weakness in the lower body. Each fruit discussed here, grapefruit, bananas, canned fruits in syrup, dried fruits, fruit juices, unripe persimmons, and tamarind, can create specific challenges for older adults. Whether through medication interactions, excess sugar, high potassium, or digestive complications, these fruits can disrupt internal balance. This disruption often shows first in the legs, through symptoms like tiredness, reduced stability, poor endurance, or even muscle cramping. What makes these effects especially dangerous is their subtle nature. They develop gradually, often without pain or clear warning, and may be blamed on age alone rather than diet. Scientific studies continue to support the connection between certain fruit compounds and problems like inflammation, blood sugar imbalances, medication inefficiency, and nutrient absorption. These issues, while not always severe in younger people, carry greater risks for older adults, whose bodies respond more slowly to changes and heal less efficiently. Muscles that are not properly fueled or repaired begin to shrink, lose tone, and function less effectively. In the legs, this decline increases the risk of falls, injuries, and long-term immobility. This does not mean older adults should avoid fruits entirely. Fruits are still a vital source of nutrition, but choices must be made carefully, with awareness of existing health conditions and medications. By recognizing the fruits that may cause harm and substituting them with safer options, it is possible to support leg health and preserve strength with age. Simple dietary changes, backed by medical advice and ongoing attention to the body's signals, can help keep the legs strong, the body balanced, and the life full of movement and independence.